Get playing. All set to go. Andy, heads or tails? Tails. It's ahead. Serve first. Okay.
So as a Queenslander, Gary, you must be very, very proud of him. It's a big night for him, isn't it?
It is a big night, but John always puts in 100%. He's a special kid. He's always worked hard all his life, and this is just the end result of a combination of a lot of hard work over the last few years.
Good on you, Gary. We'll come back to you.
Thank you.
Stick had 15. A lot to do with another pretty famous Queensland tennis player, didn't he? Pat Rafter owes a lot to that man that we were just talking to.
Love 30.
Pretty confident start there, wasn't it, from Murray? Look, if you drop the ball short to this guy and someone of this pedigree, there'll be trouble. So you need to keep the ball a bit deeper. I think the secret here, you know, when your nerves are up and your heart rate's pounding and it's all a new experience for you. There's a secret in trying not to overplay. Just play within yourself if it's possible. Control the emotions. You don't have to overplay at the start. Just do what's natural, what's normal.
$15.40.
It was a great serve. Didn't do enough with the approach shot. He just guided it a little too much, and Murray quickly onto it. And then he committed too early, got too close to the net. Murray could see it, sense it, throws up the lob. So a couple of break points.
Well, that was good composure.
30-40.
Excellent two-hander to put him in a winning position. And taking that ball almost at the top of the apex. Taking his time and putting it away.
Well done. Gee, that was a good point. Very noticeable how much more weight of shot John Millman has than what he did, say, 12, 18 months ago. Some of that coming with confidence as well, but, geez, striking it well. That'll help him feel a lot better out here, that point there.
Oh, that's world class. I think if it was possible here, Millman needed to take a swing at this. As soon as he came under the ball and pushed it, there was plenty of time for Murray. But great composure from one of the best players in the world. Beautiful lob. Pretty important game, isn't it, this one, really?
Absolutely.
Deuce.
You go down a quick break, you may not find yourself even getting into it, even though he's played quality tennis in this opening game.
I think he'd relax certainly much more if he could get on the board in the very first game. Back to deuce.
Mr. Murray's challenging the serve on the right side. Ball is called in.
So there was no call. And Andy Murray has challenged. If he's wrong, he loses the point. If he's right, he wins it because that was a second serve.
Yep, well long. So a fourth break point.
Murray.
Got him again with the long three in the opening game.
First game. Murray to serve.
So that first game was pretty heavy hitting.
15 love.
That would have got Andy Murray's attention to a degree, and his heart rate would be up a little bit. So he knows he's in for a physical battle here with Millman. Gee, entertaining stuff.
How good is that moving from Andy Murray?
Yeah. He's one of the great athletes in the men's game, no doubt about it. His first step is incredibly quick. What I love about him more than anything else is the way he changes the speed. He'll rally at a certain level, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, and we saw it with a forehand in that rally towards the end of it, he explodes on the ball and just changes the whole momentum of the forward speed of the ball. Takes you by surprise.
40 love.
As well as John Millman is hitting the ball here now in the early stages, it is more one-paced. You sort of know what's coming off his racket most of the time. With Murray, you're a little bit on the back foot because he can vary the pace so quickly.
Game, Murray.
It's quality tennis from Andy Murray. He leads 2-love.
Murray leads 2 games to love.
Well, good to see John just taking his time, grabbing all the balls, giving himself an opportunity to catch his breath. It's high intensity for him, even though he's fit. It's just a different level, and he's got to get adjusted to it.
Net. For serve.
I think he's been a tiny bit unlucky. Murray started at a very high level himself. So you would have been hoping to maybe play himself in a little bit and let Andy warm up a bit.
He's been in a pretty good mood this week, Murray. And often
15 low.
you can see some performances from him if he's not in a good mood at the start of a week or something. Can be a slow start. He did that here last year. But all week he looks fresh as a daisy and ready to start the season very positively.
Yeah, you're right. I remember the first 2 matches he played here last year. He was very dour in his attitude. He seemed glum almost. And
Well, I suppose if you win an Olympics in the US and you change, it's
changed his life.
It has changed. Lendl's changed his life.
Don't give all the credit to Ivan. Come on.
Okay, all right, we won't.
But I think you're right. When he seems vibrant, Murray, he really plays his best tennis then. And
Well done, Don Millman. Listen to the roar. But it's Murray leading 2-1 first set.
Murray leads 2 games to 1. Time.
Come on, Andy. Yeah, Johnny.
Seats, please. Courtside. Ready for play. Thank you.
John Millman made a good start to this match. He's down a break, but he's
Near
not
seat
down
for
a
now.
break
Thank
from
you.
poor play. Andy Murray come out of the blocks incredibly well for the first match of the season. Murray had a bye here in the opening round. Millman got through qualies, won his opening round against Ito of Japan.
15 low. Low.
I think the style of play of John Millman will bring the best out of Murray. That's what it looks like. Like heavy top-spun balls into the corners, and he's had to really go hard, Murray, here at the start. But it's brought out his best stuff so far.
Thirty 15.
Yeah, like that, something different. And the second serve of Andy Murray is not his major strength. It's, in fact, I think his biggest weakness. First serve's good, but the second serve has always been questionable by his lofty standards I'm talking about. And a good move, I think, for Millman there to show some signs he's going to attack it. So there's the first serve, and that is a
40,
weapon.
30.
Oh, that's as good as it gets. Well, Gary Stickler likes it. That will bring a smile to anyone's face if you're a coach.
Deuce.
I love him stepping in there. If he gets the ball that's shorter, step in and have a go. You're confident, you're hitting the ball well.
Thank you.
On the left of Gary, there's a fellow by the name of Ben Mathias. Ben works for Tennis Australia. Been on the road with Jason Kubler for a couple of years, and going to spend some time with John Millman throughout this season. All right, chance to get a break back. Well done.
Advantage Millman. Deuce.
Looked like he wanted to charge the net there about 3 or 4 hits before the end and backtracked, and I'm not sure he's not chastising himself here a little bit for not going in, but I'm not sure he should have. I think that's a ball he could have hit. He just was a little bit off balance, maybe.
That for sure.
I've got to say, it's an impressive start.
Advantage
I mean, the level
Millman.
of hitting here is quite high, very high. A lot of speed. If you're sitting at courtside down near the court surface, you can tell how fast they're hitting it.
Thank you.
It's quick. of the best tennis we've seen all week, no doubt.
Absolutely, Fitzy. 27 shots, that rally, and the point of the tournament, in my mind, I just hope that John Millman's been doing plenty of cardio tennis, because if he's got to keep up this level, boy, oh boy, is that an impressive point from both men.
Well, awesome again, but if Millman is making a mistake, he's done it 3 or 4 times. When he's been forced to go in with the drop shot, he's just crowding the net a bit too much. And a player of Murray's class picks that in an instant, and he's lobbed him beautifully 3 or 4 times. But I'll tell you, I think it's a compliment to Millman that he's actually drop-shotting him and moving him forward, because when they're standing back trading blows, he's of equal here. Okay, a little sign of pressure, and there's the weak second serve we talked about. It sometimes is his Achilles heel, and a bit of a sign, I think, here that Millman's got pressure on him. Back to deuce.
Advantage Murray. Game Murray.
Well, Murray will breathe a sigh of relief to be able to get through that game. Courtside, we go to Gary Stickler, the coach of John Millman, and this has been a great start. Question is, can he keep up this level of intensity?
Oh, look, I think he can. It's certainly been a great start from him. There's been 2 of the 3 games that he's lost that he's been in the whole way. He's asked Murray a number of questions. Of course, Murray's answered them at this point of time, but it's just whether he can keep asking them.
No doubt you're happy, though, the way he's been coming forward, taking a couple of calculated risks. That's something that you two have been working on. You think that's the next step for him?
No, it certainly is. It's been a real challenge for John. He's taken it on board, which is terrific. So he's certainly been moving up on Andy and asking him the questions.
All right, thanks, Stick. We'll let you concentrate, get the energy back out onto the court there. Not the perfect start to this service game, a double.
I just hope Stick's ready to go out there and tag if he needs some help.
Got him again.
Yeah. Well, that's, I think, probably a little bit in reference to what Gary said. He's in the last period of time learned to go forward a lot more, John Millman, but he's still there over-committing sometimes, and a great player will sense that. Getting caught with his body weight moving forward.
The thing, so well disguised, though. Shot, well done.
Yeah, it'd be a shame if he goes down a double break here. We really want him to hold here because he's in the set if he can.
15-30. 15-40.
And so, in some ways, this was the level of intensity I was talking about. He's played so high, and when you're not used to playing it for extended period of time, this set 25 minutes old, you are going to drop slightly. This is where he's got to try to compose himself and not have unforced errors.
Okay, that's a free one back, which is handy. Handy from Andy.
30-40.
Big game, though, isn't it? He needs to hold here, and then he'll get a breather at the change, and he can recompose himself again. But 2 breaks in this set might be gone.
Net for Susan. Game, Murray.
It is the double break. Murray looking very good. Entertaining match, though. 4-1.
Murray leads 4 games to 1. Time. Ready, thank you.
The defending champion, Andy Murray, come into this tournament nice and relaxed and playing high quality in his first appearance out on Pat Rafter Arena, his first match for the 2013 season.
That's big by anybody's standards, that forehand. You know,
Love 15.
He hasn't been far away here from probably having his nose in front, has he?
No, he dropped the first game in a tight game, his opening service game, but he not through any fault of his own. He's had break points to level it. Good change up, yeah, Millman. You know, the thing that's going to be so pleasing for him is he knows he can play a standard of quality to compete with Andy Murray. He hasn't had that opportunity to even test himself in this league really before. He's never played anybody in the top 10.
I agree, and if anything, even if he doesn't win tonight, if he can gain confidence and the knowledge that he can stay on the court with these guys, that's a major win for him in itself.
Mr. Millman challenging the call, right side service box.
And that may well be his first challenge ever as well.
Yeah, because he hasn't played on a court with the Hawkeye all that often.
Well, you can take comfort. Roger Federer gets a few of those wrong.
Challenges.
He's thinking about another challenge.
30 all.
Oh, he should have.
Gee whiz. Okay. He picked the wrong one.
Gee, big serving.
Yeah.
That's the improved part of Murray's game over the last, what, 12 months, 18 months?
30.
Well, his first serve is world class. It competes with anybody, but his second one is not as good as some of the best servers by a long way.
It's improved a lot, though. That's allowed him to get the victories he's had.
Game, Murray.
Serves himself out of trouble. Murray was down love 30, and he goes ahead 5-1.
Murray leads 5 games
This
to 1.
was prior to the match. That's John Millman's racket there. He had 3 done before coming out tonight, strung at 54, 54 and a half, and 55 pounds. And does it like that just so in case he gets out here, the conditions change.
Sorry, Todd. And by the way, you know, when we used to play with natural gut in our strings, we'd string it tighter than that. These days, with the synthetic strings, the tension has dropped considerably to what players used to get their racket strung at.
I'll give an example of that. I used to string my rackets at 68, 70 pounds. It was in the late 80s, early 90s.
That's fairly board tight, though.
And now I play with 52 pounds.
Yeah, but you're using synthetic string. It's totally different. It takes more spin. The strings have changed the sport as much as anything.
Oh, whoops.
Gee, that didn't look good.
I think he's okay. Yeah, he's up quick.
He's a Queenslander. He's tough.
Well, it's good tennis, though, from Murray. He's showing us all his touch skill. Beautiful volley. Finished the point. I think John, he more slipped here than fell. He just comes back fast. Catches the edge of his shoe. Oh, that's a huge forehand.
Well, that's why he's a great player, isn't it? You know, if you've been watching this match without any scores coming up on the screen or without any audio, just turn Todd and I off sometimes, you know. But you'd think that this match was dead even, wouldn't you?
It's entertaining tennis.
Yeah, but it's 2 set points to Murray for 6-1. Incredible.
May as well challenge it. He's not going to. And that means it is the first set to Andy Murray.
First set, Murray.
6 games to 1.
6 games to 1. New balls. Time. Second set.
Welcome back to the Brisbane International. Just a little bit of inexperience out on the big court from John Millman. With the challenge system in place with Hawkeye, that serve that he hit actually caught the line. So he didn't challenge it and gave up the set.
Love.
You know, as well as he's played here, the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes, he has dropped a couple of percentage points, hasn't he? He's just made an odd error where he didn't make that in the first 3 or 4 games, and his standard is slightly down, but still very high. But that's all Murray needs.
30 love.
Well, I think you would, I would expect that to happen, having had the experience when you play against these sorts of guys. You're just under the pump every single point. You feel, where am I going to find a weakness? Where am I going to be able to get something for nothing? It doesn't come too often. There's a little bit of something for nothing.
30,
also,
15.
you know, the great players, they're always looking unrushed. They've got time, and it's because they're aware that they're just better, and they never look like they're hurried. And getting used to that level is very difficult. It's a stepping stone. I have no doubt, though, Todd, at this level, John Millman,
40, 15.
There's guys in this draw, this main draw, who are ranked inside 60 or 70 in the world. He'd probably be upper set against at the moment.
No doubt. He took out Ito in the first round. Ito's ranked 60. Beat him 4-1.
Game Murray.
Strong opening game from Andy Murray to lead.
First game, second set.
I tell you what, there was some highlights in the first set. Probably the point of the match, or rather the tournament, Fitzy, at one stage. This was it, I think.
That was it, all right. And that point spoke for itself. It was going for a fair while before we joined it there. He's gone off a little bit now, though. He needs to just compose himself. Don't overplay.
Well, when you're in this situation, it's when you feel like you have to start to press. You feel like I've got to do more. I've got to hit it on the line as opposed to 6 inches inside the line because it keeps coming back. It's tough in these situations. It's when your mind starts racing. You've got to really take your time in between points and control yourself. Deep breaths, all that sort of stuff.
Now he's just got to find the court, though. He's got to keep the ball in because Murray at the moment is not doing anything super special. There's no errors, though, from him.
$15, 30. Net for serve.
Okay. Andy made a mistake.
Good. Yeah. Well, good for John anyway.
That's harsh.
I want to see John get into it here.
You cannot not be a fan of Andy Murray, though, too. He's gee, what a player he's turned out to be.
And he got away with that there. That really, he wanted to keep it low and short, and it propped up a bit. So the difference, though, change of pace, still drew the error from John.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Millman challenging the call. Left side center service line. Ball is called out.
Well, he needs a break, doesn't he?
Correction. Ball was good. Replay the point. 30-40.
Well, at least he gets a first serve again here. So good overall, wasn't it, Steve Ulrich? Very experienced umpire.
Makes the most of that first serve, Fitzy.
Yep.
Deuce. Mr. Millman, 2 challenges. Point, please.
Big serve, that took off. Looked like it hit an oil patch on the court. It really slid away. Just got away from Andy. He snatched out at the last second. That seemed to accelerate off the court.
Saves a break point. Levels in the second at 1-1.
1 game all.
Yeah, so the crowd needed that. The whole stadium did, and so did Johnny Millman. It's just a steadier, let's hope.
Thank you. Ready, thank you. Fifteen love. Thirty love. Love.
Really solid serving from Murray. Currently serving at 72% of first serves in.
great
game,
backhand
Murray.
serve, gee.
And a love game.
Yeah.
On serve in the second. Murray leading by a set and 2-1.
Murray leads 2 games to 1.
We're all driven by feelings. The most powerful feelings are the ones you've never experienced before. The whole new feeling of Lexus.
Time.
Well, it's semi-finals night here at the Brisbane
Seats,
International for the
please. Thank you.
ladies. What a match we've got
Ready
to
for
start the
play, I think.
coverage. It's a replay of the US Open final. Williams and Azarenka, and then Pavlyuchenkova against the lucky loser Serenko. Pavlyuchenkova, a name to watch too. We saw one earlier tonight, Sloane Stephens. The next few years, you know, maybe even in a couple, she's going to be top 15, top 10. I think she was impressive.
Love 15.
Interesting, isn't it, Fitzy, when there's a lot of talk in Australia about the next champion and where our players are, but the United States, they're not any better than what we are. They've got 300 million people to draw on, and Sloane Stephens is the first player for quite a while to look like she's going to make some sort of impact on the women's side, and the men's side, they're struggling. Ryan Harrison's their next up-and-comer, and Ryan somewhere in the vicinity of 70.
Yeah, clever. He's a multi-dimensional player, is Andy Murray. Beautiful use of the angle. And
love 13.
It's not just the angle, it's the speed with which he hits this. He took the speed off it so that it would die, and he knew he always had that covered.
Good smash, well done. Didn't come in as early, did he? Hung back just a little bit, allowing himself to get the overhead this time.
Well, a couple of times he's gone
15,
forward. Early in that
30.
first set, he hit topspin balls into the forehand side of Murray and gave him a chance to hit the running lob. That time, he had Murray off the court and received a slice lob back, so much easier to cover.
A grab of the stomach muscle from Murray.
30 all.
I think you're right. I think he's a tiny bit worried, Murray.
There's a quick shot there of the team around him.
He's not happy about something.
Well, he can get a little bit cranky out there. I think he's probably not happy that John Millman came back from lot 30 there to level that 2-all.
Two games all.
Yeah, Gary, how do you think he's faring now, mate? The tempo's changed a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. He's settled in a little more. He's certainly learning what defensive skills are about when he plays someone like Murray. A ball that would normally hurt someone doesn't hurt Murray, so he's got to play a little bit better just to be able to win his points. And that's all good experience for him.
Nad, second serve.
His standard was incredibly high, I thought, the first sort of 20 minutes, and then he just went off a little bit, made a few more errors. Was he overplaying slightly?
Yeah, I think he did. I think when you're playing someone with Murray's defensive skills and you feel you're not hurting him, you try to just overplay a little bit. But it's going to be a good learning curve for him. He's quick enough. He can live on court with him in terms of coverage, but just Murray's got that little bit more experience. But we're all very proud of what he's doing to date.
Pretty easy to see from Gary's persona, isn't it, how much of a steadying influence he'd be. You know, it's great, Gary. I mean, to have someone like you around him is terrific. So
he's got a wonderful family. He's got great friends as well. But he's a fairly centred kid. He's an exceptional kid. Got some great qualities.
Good on you, mate.
Oh, just a drop in Murray's level right now, and a little bit of frustration to go with it. He probably feels like he should have got a break in that previous game. Just on Gary there, he runs a tennis academy, the Lifetime Tennis Academy here in Brisbane, and it's a great producer of a lot of young talent here in the Brisbane area. All over Queensland he travels too. All good. Couple of break points.
I'm not convinced there's not a small issue though. And, you know, 2 weeks before a Grand Slam, first one of the tournament, you know, I thought that was strange when he was feeling you picked it up, he was feeling his stomach. And for me, his mood has totally changed. So who knows? Let's hope it's not something there. Box doesn't look overly concerned, does it?
I think they've seen a bit, you know, we know he gets moody, and often if things are not going well, he grabs a hip or a stomach or whatever.
What are you saying? He fakes it?
No, he doesn't fake it. It's his way of showing frustration, I think.
Yeah, he just got a little short, didn't he? Played a bit safe, Johnny, there.
Well, he hit a fantastic... Look at that. That was... Can you believe I lost that point almost from that expression from John? He played a great forehand that came back as a better shot, and that was exactly what Gary Stickler was talking about. The defensive skills actually end up in an offensive position from Murray. Well played break point, but couldn't secure it.
Goodness me. We're all so happy he was moving forward after that. What a backhander to set up that point. Just overplays the volley. But that's where the new dimension has to come from.
Well, he just indicated that he felt he probably should have hit a backhand volley, and I think he's right. However, Oh, look, it was an okay volley. I was going to say it was good. It was okay. Technically, it could have been perhaps a tad better, but it's the pressure Murray has on being able to get a racket onto every single ball.
It's the speed, isn't it?
Game, Murray.
Bad luck, quality tennis, and Murray hangs on, holds serve. He leads 3-2, second set.
Murray leads 3 games to 2.
The local boy, John Millman, putting up a good performance here tonight at the Brisbane International. Only his 5th ATP Tour level match. First top 10 opponent as well.
Wasn't that interesting? His eyesight looked like he was going straight towards the players' box where Gary and Ben Mathias are sitting. It looked like he was almost looking at them before he hit the serve. Slow motion.
Key in this game to keep the level up. Absorb the disappointment of not getting the break.
15 love.
That helps. Don't get too many missed returns off Murray. He's one of the best returners in the world.
Love.
You're right. He certainly is a bit grumpier now, Andy, isn't he, than he was.
He might have been half expecting or hoping for John just to fall away completely.
Yeah, what's this young upstart doing, competing with me? This is a good game for Millman.
40-15. Millman.
That's the easiest hold for John Millman so far throughout the evening.
3 games all.
And earlier this evening,
Thank you for that. Love 15.
There. That was a move no one in the stadium was expecting. I don't think Andy was. And he actually had the ball on his racket there.
Well done, mate. He played an extra volley.
30-15.
Doesn't play a lot of doubles, but he is a pretty good doubles player, Andy Murray. Great on the returns, very creative. Played singles, doubles and mixed at the Olympics last year. Won a silver medal with
Laura Robson.
I was thinking I had Robson. I couldn't find Laura for a moment. Thank you. Took out Leighton Hewitt, Sam Stosur in the quarters in a great match on the centre court at Wimbledon.
Oh, okay, there's an inch of daylight here for John Millman.
Yep.
Andy's body language has dropped off a little bit. He's a tiny bit flat. This is where you want 2 big, good points in a row from Millman. Can change the course of this set. Too good.
Class. Yeah. Got that serve to cut away. It was a good stab return from Millman in the end.
40-30.
You know, and the dimensional thinking of a player like this is not just to hit this across court in. He's saying, I need to hit this with depth to beat Millman. So it's direction and depth of shot he would have been playing for there. He hit it perfectly. Well, he's getting grumpier by the minute, Andy. He's having a crack at the box now, and they're used to that over there. They've taken a hammering over the years, haven't they?
I've got to say, though, he has got a lot better at that.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a good lad. Just a bit grumpy on the court sometimes.
Nothing wrong with that.
Gary Stickler will be happy with that one. That's what he needs to do, I think, to just give himself another little bit of dimension to his game.
Advantage Millman.
And, you know, if you hit the forehand that well, you're not going to be put on in a defensive situation with the volley. You're probably going to get an easy one. So why not go in? He's got a break point here.
He's had 5, hasn't been able to convert, Millman. This is the 6th opportunity. the second. He leads 4-3.
Millman leads 4 games to 3. Time.
Well, listen to the roar of the crowd. That was the break point. John Millman coming out to serve now.
Ready for play.
He's down a set.
Thank you.
He's 4-3 up in the second. Big couple of points, these first ones here, to see if he can consolidate. That's nice. Yeah, Sam didn't want the higher, slower one.
15 love.
This is getting interesting.
Love.
I mean, not in his wildest dreams would Andy Murray have thought he'd be in this situation, I wouldn't
No,
think.
I'm pretty sure he thought he'd break the spirit pretty quickly. He didn't know who he was coming up against, did he?
Love. Please.
Out. Yep.
Yeah, that was coming.
I had a feeling that was going to happen. Well, I tell you who taught him that shot? His coach, Ivan Lendl. That's exactly what Ivan would have done in his time.
No, Ivan would have hit the guy in the chest hard. But there's a bit of frustration coming from Murray there, as if to say, what do you think you're doing competing with me?
Yeah, Millman. Some old court play from John Millman. Holds for 5-3.
Gary, there has to be a smile I can start to see on your face there.
Well, it's a very loud noise.
Millman leads 5 games to 3.
He's settled down a bit. He's varying his pace. He's not trying to hit everything at the same speed all the time. And he's in this.
Come on, Gary, stop containing your excitement there, matey. This is good stuff, isn't it?
Ready.
It's some good stuff. He's learning a lot of things here.
Good on you.
All right, still a ways to go to see if he can secure it.
Well, Murray has gone into his shell, hasn't he? He's a little punchy. He doesn't believe he should be out here at this stage. He should be off the court. But But he's got a tiger by the tail at the moment.
$15 all.
And even the great
15-30.
players have their level drop off at some stage. He's gone right off, has Murray. He's lost his concentration. And if you're John Millman, you may as well finish this set right here and start serving.
What a turnaround. Here we go.
Thank you.
Set point, John Millman.
$30-40.
I don't think he was expecting one so slow coming his way then. Only 128 Ks that second serve. He knows that was a chance. Still got one more.
A world-class volley right there.
Deuce.
This was a great get too to make him play a difficult volley. Great accuracy there. Back to deuce.
Advantage Millman.
Third set point for John Millman. Oh, too good for Murray.
Deuce.
Well, this is good speed, isn't it? Murray with all the class, but good hustle from Millman. He does the right thing. He throws it up high. But the overhead...
It's a good smash considering the conditions. Smashing at night is difficult.
Oh, bad luck. Gee, that had winner written all over it.
Yeah, he's just got to contain his emotions here because he knows he's had some chances. He's got to keep focused, keep doing what he's been doing. He's starting to let us know that he has had these chances. You can see looking over towards Gary in the coach's box.
Deuce. Advantage Murray.
All right.
Gang Murray.
Saves 3
New
set
balls,
points, but Millman
please.
will serve for the set when we come back.
Millman leads 5 games to 4. Time.
I think he's concentrating hard.
Ready for play. Thank you.
I have no comment to make. Except
Beautiful.
that this is a big moment. Millman serving for the second set.
Yeah, that was the best Gene Simmons impersonation you'd ever see.
Oh, gee.
Mate, this is really interesting.
Well, that's a great gift.
15 love.
Well, getting so close in the game before, you know, you can have a bit of a letdown, but that was a gift. He needs to concentrate. That it's so easy to get wrapped up in the moment and the emotion. Just not do the basics right. Got to keep the ball in play.
Fault.
Yeah, and that's concentration, surely.
Mr. Millman challenging that call. Left side near sidelines, ball is called out.
This would be a tragedy if he doesn't serve this out.
$15-30. Millman one challenge.
Good boy. Great percentage there. One of his favourite serves, that heavy kick out wide. It's not a flat first serve. He uses it to get the short ball, and it worked perfectly here. Great angle. Oh, too good.
It wasn't a bad approach shot by any means.
30-40.
Yeah, the slice was so good prior to the pass. This slice was a beauty, and it really gave John Millman very little option, but to hit it and go in.
You.
Oh, he gets another free one. Can you believe it?
Deuce.
Coming from both ends, impersonations. That's a surprise. Okay, make the most of this opportunity, John.
Advantage Murray.
Yeah, the problem he faces here, a break could fire Murray up and then raise him back to that level he was at early in the match. So that's the importance here.
Game Murray.
A little bit of tension. And he didn't play his best game there, did he?
No, not quite, but nor was it horrendous, Fitzy. There was nothing. It wasn't that bad. It's experience from Murray, knowing how to get the ball back into court on the vital points. So we're level at 5-all.
Love 15.
Great smash. Gee, Murray gets a lot of balls back, does he?
Love 30.
Good aggressive play. Sticking to what he has to do.
Please.
Fanatics getting their chance behind John Millman.
Well, I love the fact that he's starting to come forward.
Love
with the forehand
40.
down the line, you know. It makes him more dangerous.
Can he get the break again? Opportunities to serve for the set a second time. Yes, he did. What a way to break. John Millman breaks Andy Murray to love. He'll serve for the set yet again at 6-5.
Millman leads 6 games to 5. Time.
Okay, he's had one shot at it. 3 set points he had on Murray's serve at 5-3. Well done.
How well was he hitting the back end?
Mr. Murray challenging the call. Left side,
Massively
baseline.
improved stroke. The forehand's always been the stronger one. He's picked up so much more speed off that wing.
Yeah, the ball's coming off the back end as fast as the forehand. It looks it anyway from here. And the accuracy
15
down the
love.
line, I mean,
Mr.
that
Murray,
hurts
2
people.
challenges. $30 love.
You know, a set here, and he might just believe he can win the whole thing. I'm not talking about the tournament yet. I'm talking about this match. If he can get this set under the belt.
Yeah, you're going a bit early there, Fitzy.
$30-15.
Again, the super defensive skills of Andy Murray. That forehand hit through the line. You'd think he'd get a shorter ball off that, and in the end, he had a difficult shot. Great second serve. Went after it a bit.
40-15.
Right, he's had 3 set points, got another 2. Yeah, he's got it.
Second set.
Listen to the roar of the crowd.
Millman.
It's a centerpiece here at Payloft Arena. John Millman takes the second
7 games to 5. 1 set all.
Another gel, please. Another gel.
Time. Seats, please. Thank you. Final set. Ready for play. Thank you.
If you were in Andy Murray's box at the moment, Todd, you'd have to be a little bit worried.
Well, you would be. You'd be thinking, OK, can this guy sustain this level of play that he's been at?
Gee, half the box has disappeared.
It's unknown territory even for John at this stage. Oh, it's just
Mr. Murray challenging the call. Right side, far sideline. Ball is called in.
Murray's going to do something to change it up now. He catches the edge.
Love 30. Mr. Murray, 2 challenges. $15.30.
Well, I think when you're playing at this level, it becomes a grey sort of area where you might just go for too much. You can't throw away points like that. Just get the ball back into play, because once he's in the rally, he's at least a 50-50 chance at the moment.
$30 all. $40.30.
Well done. Murray just changing up things in that rally there, throwing in a few more slices, took a bit of pace off the whole rally then.
Not worth a challenge there.
Advantage Murray.
I don't think so. 7th ace for Murray. So Murray just steadies the ship, gets the opening game of the 3rd set.
That was a big turnaround, wasn't it?
Love 15.
That was not his best effort on the volley. Pretty simple put away there. He just closed the face of the racket way too much. Anything low that's, if you slice the ball there, the spin will take the ball lower off the racket face. If they hit it with topspin as a passing shot, the ball will come off the racket face a little higher. The spin will take it up off the face. So he needed to open the racket face more there to get the ball over.
$15 on.
He's got his mind back on the job, hasn't he, Murray, as you'd expect.
15-30.
One thing to win a set against him, a whole different ball game to win two. Well, having said what I just said the point before, that's a strange miss.
30 all.
Wasn't expecting that. That was a simple miss for Murray. Took the pressure off Millman. Back to 30 all.
Oh, well done.
I don't like it so much when he hits the topspin forehand across court to the right-hander and runs in, because that lets Murray run at the forehand. He got burnt with that a few times in the first set with the lob. And nearly got hurt again there, but came up with a solid forehand volley. Murray didn't do enough with the pass on that occasion. I prefer the off forehand to get him stretching, then come in. If you go across court, you almost need to hit a winner, don't you?
Yep. Particularly with the strings the way they are, they can get so much dip on it.
Gee, that was a heck of a shot.
Millman.
And an important hole.
One game all.
It didn't do enough.
And he hits the volley of charges too, and Andy, can see that straight away. I just wonder whether
15 love.
Andy hasn't really tested out the passing shots of John Millman tonight. He doesn't know much about him. He's probably thinking, geez, he cracks it great from the baseline, but he hasn't gone in to see what he can do under pressure. So tactically, he has something else that he could go to.
Yeah, but he is playing his normal game, isn't he?
Yep.
I mean, this is how Andy Murray plays. The vast majority of time he plays at the back of the court. He just happens to be a really world-class volleyer when he moves forward, but he doesn't go forward too often.
Really?
30-15.
This is a bit cheeky, to be honest with you.
Well, it had to be perfect, and it was so perfect it actually touched the top of the tape as it came over. I don't think Murray can believe it. Look, just flicks the tape. Any deeper, Murray would have had it. Any shorter, it wouldn't have gone over.
30 all.
Watch the expression and the reaction if we get a shot here of Murray when he misses this ball. See that? That was a clutch of the
Thank you.
thigh this time. I hope he can lip read. Not allowed to say what he said.
Net for serve. Net for serve.
Here's Andy. I thought he had a leg
40.
problem 2 points ago. Now I think he's got an underarm problem. But he's certainly grimacing. Certainly worried here. Millman with a big chance early.
Time violation.
Oh, here's a play.
Oh,
gee, that's unfortunate for John.
no. Just to explain the time violation, you've got 30 seconds. You've got to be back in play no matter what. That's a new rule. So if he has another time violation, it's an automatic fault off the first serve. And if it happens when he's at the receiving end,
Advantage Murray.
it's a loss of point. Okay.
Game Murray.
Got his way out of trouble, Murray. The time violation may have helped him just to settle. It's 2-1, third
Murray
set.
leads 2 games to 1. Time. Thank you. Seats, please.
Look at that. Look at the scars on the knee. That was from the slip dive earlier in the first set. Johnny Millman, he's going to leave blood, sweat and tears out on the court tonight. Didn't move too well, but that one then, Murray.
15
Well,
left.
he certainly had his fair share of issues, whether they're imaginary or real. And he's grabbed his quad. He looks like he's thinks he's pulled a muscle under the arm. And early on, he grabbed at his stomach muscle. Oh, wonderful shot. Well, he's got to concentrate here, Millman, but he is. Well, Murray almost looked like he tanked that point.
Yeah,
when he returned it.
Murray's given him a bit of the, you know, not try and play, changes of rhythm, and that's when it's hard to concentrate sometimes when your opponent's doing that.
Not happy. Yeah, he's you're right. He's either trying to toy with John's mind here and
40 low.
And lull him into a false sense of security, or he's just hit the wall mentally for a game, because he hasn't put in 100% right here. He's just slapping at the ball.
Game, Millman.
Oh, he needed that. It's a love game to go 2-all. And here's some of the ailments from this evening for Andy Murray.
2 games all.
Well, that one's the stomach.
$15 low.
Well, that one you called the underarm, but I think he's stretching neck, maybe shoulder somehow, Fitzy. We also saw a quad.
And it's difficult. This is a situation that it's John Millman's biggest opportunity in his tennis life here, and he's having to deal with all of these thought processes and issues. He's got a high-ranked opponent who may or may not be a bit sore, starting to play around with his opponent's emotions a bit here. I guess the goal for John Millman is to continue the level he's had this whole match to the finish line. He doesn't have to necessarily play better than this, but just don't drop off, because that's when Murray will pounce. Oh, now it's a back.
30 all.
Oh, no, not quite.
But what a volley, really.
Yep.
I mean, that's just talent.
40.
Millman did the right thing, got the ball low, and as casually as you like, at 2-all in the third, 30-all, he comes up with that volley.
Well done. He stepped in on that.
He doesn't look like missing that shot off the return down the line.
Well, that's a difficult return.
Yes.
He stepped right in. Look, 2-3 feet. He's taken that inside the baseline. Jumped all over it. He had a bit tight. Only 131k, so it's not a big speed serve. But it did get up off the court. Yes, it's just make it.
Advantage Murray.
I think Andy will go there more and more. He's getting the odd free point out there, and if John Millman can get that ball into play and not give a free point away, then he's a real good chance to win every point.
Game, Murray.
And Murray hangs on. It's a juice game. He leads 3-2 on serve in the third.
Murray leads 3 games to 2. Time.
Okay, it's what you've got to be ready for. Beware the great
15.
player.
Unfortunately, this was a good serve, a stab return, and it actually forced John into having to play that, and then the pass was too good. It's not an area he'd choose to be in.
Yeah, and he's lifted his game from nowhere, has Murray.
Love 38.
There's a reason these guys are good, isn't there?
Yeah, they have that ability just to go up a notch. They sense the timing in matches when to go there. Oh.
Fifteen 30.
Change up of flight and pace on that forehand.
Yep.
Caught the shank.
15-40.
It's been a while since he's been in trouble, John Millman. Not on serve. He's been holding well for a long period of time. Chance for Murray to get the break.
Just missed his
Murray.
footing, didn't he?
New balls, please. Murray leads 4 games to 2. New balls.
Big night, semi-finals night tomorrow night here at the Brisbane International for the ladies. And it's a great lineup. Pavlyuchenkova, Serenko, the big one, Azarenka and Williams.
$15 love.
Yeah, good hands there from Murray. So you got to hand it to him. He said he's back to the wall here the last hour or so, Andy Murray. And he just switched to another gear there, it seemed, the game before this. And is doing enough here to keep his nose in front to consolidate this break.
$40 love. $40-15.
Rather an odd forehand this one. Just didn't. It needed to be 3.5 feet higher. That was into the ground. Too good for Murray. He's got on top now in the third. He leads 5-2.
Murray leads 5 games to 2. Time.
Here we go.
One thing's for certain, the crowd don't want this match to end, and neither does John Millman, because he's played some of the best tennis of his career out here tonight. He's down 5-2 in the third. First thing he needs to do is hold and at least make Andy Murray serve it out.
$15 love. $30 love.
He's shown us some incredible shot making though, Millman, tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's certainly raised his game to a new level. If he can play like this when he leaves this tournament, if he can play like this at the Australian Open, he can win rounds. But we can also see him get himself to 100 and better in the world rankings. This is quality tennis. He's
40
shown
love.
us.
Yeah, I'm glad you said you put an S on that answer, rounds, because he can win multiple rounds if he gets the right draw, especially. But at this level, at the Australian Open, why not?
(40-15). Game,
Well done.
Millman.
He's done what he's had to do. Gary Stickler at courtside. That was a great game. Now, what do you want to see him
Murray
do?
leads 5 games to 3.
He's been a little unlucky early in the set. He's had break points on Murray's serve a couple of times. So we'll just see, you know, whether or not he believes.
Thank you.
Okay. Big point this first one. Regardless if he doesn't break here, Gary, it's been an exceptional performance.
Oh, it's been
15
great.
love.
He'll take a lot away from this. He's certainly done a lot of positive things in this match.
Okay, Gary, thanks. Let's try and get focused, see if he can make something happen here.
Smart serve, wasn't it? And as
30
you'd
love.
expect, number 3 player in the world, he'll play some of his best tennis when it really counts. So when you're trying to put a match away and bury the opposition, expect him to play some good points here.
They don't come any better than that one.
40 love.
Match over 2 hours old. And a first match point for the number 1 seed.
Game, set, match. Murray. 2 sets to 1, 6-1, 5-7, 6-3.
Well, very encouraging words from Andy Murray. Says great match to John Millman, and indeed it was. He'll be pleased to get through that, let me tell you. He certainly wasn't expecting a battle like that. We knew John would get out there and fight hard, but even I think here in the commentary booth,